King, I am not a god, I am Untitled.
Now that's Thornbak against level 9,999 steel path enemies in Warframe. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content and let me know what you think about this weapon. What I think, this weapon is a low to maybe mid game, but we took it to level cap because why not? Warframe is about challenges, Warframe is about adventure. So we took it to level cap so you don't have to. My advice, don't take it to level cap as it's really not that weapon that's going to carry you or pull that high KPS or whatever. There is a lot of weapons in the game can do that for you. But why we take it to level cap and why would you keep watching this video? Because this weapon is really different from the others. He's really weak and gives you some sort of challenge. And if it could take level cap, not even at high KPM or KPS, still it can take down level, let's say 500 steel path, 1000 steel path, even 3000 steel path, easy. Okay, let's go. When it comes to the Warframe, 3 Violet Archon Shards for melee weapons, don't worry about that. 2 Emerald Archon Shards to push the stacks of Corrosive from 10 to 14, to armor strip enemies with our Thornbak. It's good on status, but bad on crit, but still works. So if you have another source of armor stripping enemies, you can get rid of these, and that's pretty much it. Because, as always, before I build my weapons, I rely on my method called DVS. D how I deal damage, V how I proc viral, S how I strip enemies. Now, the D will be coming from the weapon, the V coming from Nourish, and the stripping will be coming from the weapon itself, unless you have another source of stripping. When it comes to the Warframe, Orthic Camaraderie and Arcane Rage in here, and you're good to go. I mean, you can even get rid of Orthic Camaraderie and Arcane Rage. It doesn't really going to make a big difference. Now, Thornbak. And this weapon gave me the hardest time in this update. Really. It gave me hard time to make sure that it can kill level cap, because building it was so weird. Because this weapon had very low critical chance, like okay critical damage. It's like, I'm not gonna say bad weapon, but it's like low tier weapon. So we did go in a different approach. What we did, go status, damage, punch through, multiplicative damage to faction, weak point damage, magnetic for overguard, and corrosive to armor strip with viral from Nourish. So you see the combination, that's like, it took me a lot like to put all these mods together in this way, because I don't normally mod like this. So Governance Aptitude, 80% steady chance on kill, 40% direct damage per city type affecting the target for 20 seconds, stacks up to 2 times, and this is what actually going to be killing most of the time. And there you go, 108%, which is good. Pyramid Bane of Origin is multiplicative damage to the faction that you're fighting. You want to replace it every time you're fighting a different faction. Simple as that. If you don't like it, just put whatever you want in here, whatever you have. Damage, whatever you want. But don't put multi-shot. Primate Shred, fire rate, and punch through. Now punch through plays a good role in here. I tested one time with, one time without. It's really good. It's really, you need to, this punch through is really important. But Primate Shred is like hard to get on all. So what I'm gonna say is just put any fire rate mode in there until you get the Primate Shred. The magnetic capacity for magnetic against the overguard, which is really important, and against corpus if you're fighting that. Malignant Force for toxin and statue chance, duration for damage, high voltage for electricity, primary equity, not for the critical chance really, but for the weak point damage. And the critical chance will play a small role in there, but doesn't matter. Weak point, because we're running a primary deadhead for damage and for 30% headshot multiplier and lowers the weapon recoil. Now, of course, you can invest more forma on this guy and you equip the primed rifle ammo mutation or the rifle ammo mutation, whatever you want, really. Whatever you want to invest in here. 6 forma, I think I will stop investing on this guy here. I'm gonna be okay. Serration, of course, you can replace it with amalgam serration if you want that extra speed, but totally up to you. Whatever you want. Now, it's time to test this weapon against this level 230 heavy corrupted gunners, and this is your proof that this weapon can actually work in low to mid game, because as I said, we test things at level cap, so any level ender is as easy to die. Look at that. Boom. There we go, getting these stacks. Boom, boom. Reloading. It's a decent weapon, especially for players who are starting out Warframe. And here you go, this is the build for you. And maybe I will just like give you really quick a change to certain mods that you can do, especially if you're starting out. Some channels will be like, oh wait, I don't have most of the mods and I'm starting out. So aptitude, you can replace it with a rifle aptitude. There you go, you're good to go there. Now primed Hurricane, you can replace it with let's say the Bane of Grenier. There you go, the normal version. Now, when it comes to Shred, you can replace it with normal Shred. There you go, 30% fire rate and 1.2 punch through. And when it comes to magnetic capacity, you'll be able to have that you have, serration you have, high voltage you have, primary equity you'll be having already, primary deadhead, just farm them and you're good to go. Simple and easy as that. And so, if you're asking me, what Riven would you get for this weapon? I would say a Riven, for example, with Toxin, and then maybe it has like damage and another element, or maybe fire rate, something like that. All right, or if you really want and you're like insist, you can build them for multi-shot. Take off the primary equity, put the galvanized chamber in there, and then get a Riven with damage multi-shot, fire rate, damage multi-shot element, and you'll be good to go. But try to stick to the element like Toxin, electricity. So now if you want to change, because you have, let's say, an ability to armor strip, you don't need the corrosive. So what you want to do is remove high voltage and replace it with cold primed cryo rounds right there, and boom, you got yourself viral and magnetic. Now if you want, for example, to remove the weak point damage and you add another element, you can go for heat, for example, like hellfire right here, and you gotta have viral, magnetic and heat, and still the build will be solid and work so good. Now we don't have stripping, but it's okay, who cares. There you go, see that it works, still can take them out. Now, don't forget, this is a single targeting weapon, guys. He's not like a nuking, blasting, ricochet, beam, chain, whatever. But you see, this build is weaker than the other one. You can already feel it's not the same. So that decision has to be yours, which build you want to go for. And yeah, so putting back this one in here, and then getting back our electricity, because we have nourish for viral. Otherwise, we can just go viral with gold, right? This one with statue chance. Make sure it's with statue chance. 60-60 viral magnetic, and you'll be good to go. All right. So yeah, when it comes to my companion, as always, Nautilus to brew in enemies. There you go. And then Verglass with the Riven for the critical chance to get the 1.2 critical damage. That it matters. It matters, the 60% fire rate and the 120% critical damage, because this weapon eventually crits, because the primary equity hits actually the let's say weak points to give you that extra critical chance. But we're focusing more towards the weak point damage. Now in the end, I want to say this weapon is low to mid game. Don't take it to level cap, it doesn't worth it. But I had to, because my channel is about taking everything to level cap, whether they work, whether they don't, but at their best performance, and that's it. Now, special thanks to everyone believing on the content. Like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, follow me on TikTok, Instagram, join my Discord link in the description. Special thanks to all members, special VIPs, and disputed donator, Hall of Donations, and everyone in my community. And I'll see you guys in the next video.